What up, fam? How's everybody doing? I'm just pouring this glass of water right here. Happy Thursday. Hope everybody's having a great week. Just wanted to jump on here real quick and kind of talk about actionable steps. Now, I've talked about this before in the past, and just kind of want to go over it again because this past week, actually over the last couple of days, I've had several conversations with people just on what they want to do, and regarding investments, these different programs and opportunities that we offer. But I just kind of want to shed some light on something because I know a lot of people are scared, they're hesitant, and we're in a mindset that hopefully we can change. So I've did an analogy before on my glass of water. So we can sit here and come up with a million and one things what to do with this water. All right, I can make coffee with it, make lemonade, I can make hot cocoa with it, I can water my plants with it, I can take it and clean my desk off with it, I can even wash up in with it. Some countries unfortunately they have to wash themselves with buckets of water, so you can wash yourself with it. I can sit here and brush my teeth with this cup of water. So a million and one things I can do with this water. However, if I don't put no actionable steps behind any of it, like if I want to make lemonade with this water, I can say, if I go grab a lemon, some sugar, I can actually have lemonade. But if I don't go grab that lemon and sugar, that glass of water is still a glass of water. No matter how much I sit here and talk about or name all these things I can do with it, if I don't go and put actionable steps behind it, it's still a glass of water. Same concept with having all these conversations. Now, you guys know I'm big on conversation. I love having conversations. Like if you ever sat with me or on the phone with me for hours, and you can ask any of my friends, like I'll be on the phone with hours with people, just having great conversation. And that's, I love that. Like, cause we all grow, especially, when you have healthy conversations, like you grow from them, right? So having conversations is great. But when you're having a conversation and you're talking about the things you want to do, your goals, and you have this vision, and everything looks clear, everything, the vision is beautiful, right? If you don't put actions behind it, then it's just a great conversation, and it just has no value, and that's just something I believe in. Like, having these conversations, if you don't put actions behind them, they have no value. And I learned this a long time ago. I used to be in a lot of development meetings, and even up last year, like I was in a bunch of Zoom meetings, and having all these conversations, and I've actually had few people ask me, and some people still ask me this when they call me with ideas and stuff. They be like, "Hey, it's not a great idea, you don't sound excited." And it's like, no, it's a great idea, but I just don't get excited over ideas or talking about what I want to do, and what you want to do, what we should do. Like, I really don't get excited over those things. I don't get excited until I see actionable steps behind it, because now it's moved from just a thought, into action. Now it's really developing. Now it has value. So like if I go get a lemon and sugar and actually pour it in here, now we're starting to make lemonade. So now it has value. It's not just water no more, right? It has value to it. So yeah, at that point now I'm getting excited, right? I saw a commercial years ago, and this is when I was like younger, and this has always stuck with me. Whoopi Goldberg, for all you older folks that's like me that know who Whoopi is. she was doing an interview, and she was on a talk show doing an interview, and she was saying the exact same thing that I was saying. I forgot what talk show it was, but she was telling the host that, she was having this conversation about, a network was trying to get her to either do a TV show or a movie. And she was just like, okay, yeah, cool, sounds good, sounds great, sounds good, let's do it. And then they was like, they expected it more from her, right? But she said that they said, are you not excited about it? And she was like, well, no, I haven't seen a check yet. Like, show me a check and then I'll get excited, And so the point of it was that you have all these conversations, but if there's no actions behind it. So like for her, the action was give me a check and then I'll get excited because now we're moving forward. Like now there's progress, right? So ever since I saw that, I started to look at things like that, and I stopped getting excited over just conversations. And again, conversations are great, but if there's no actionable steps behind it, then this has no value. So the few people that I was talking about, like, so for instance, Tron case, hit 100,000, a few days ago, and I had honestly, just true story. I had 3 people call me and say, hey, so I'm ready to get in Tron now. And which is great. Like it's great that they're finally getting in. But it's like, why are we always in the mindset of waiting? And I know I used to do it too. So it's a process. It's a learning process. It's a growth process. But now I just look at things differently, and it's like nothing lasts forever. And if we're always in that mindset and that mind frame of waiting to see what other people do, then it's like we're always going to be last, or at even some points, we're just going to miss out. And, I've talked about this before too. It's like when we wait, we, eventually, 99.9% of the time, we're always having that, dang, I wish I would have conversation. And that's just the reality. Like, a year goes by, dang, I wish I would have did it back then. So it's like that comes from us always waiting, always trying to see whatever other people do. We really got to get out of that mindset. Like, so I've had 3 people call me and it's like they're ready, and I'm like, okay, great, it's great that you're ready. But everybody that got in, a few months ago when we first started, I can honestly say that we're all playing with house money at this point. Like those are facts. These are facts. We're all playing with house money. So everybody that's just getting in, this past week or whatnot, it's great that you're getting in because Tron Case is a strong, it's a strong company right now. They have strong momentum. They have strong growth. But just like anything, at some point Tron will end. When would that be? Could be a year from now, 2 years from now, could be 6 months from now. I don't know, because I'm not, an owner of the company. I don't sit on their board. I don't know what their mindset is. But everything in life ends. No matter what it is, nothing lasts forever. So it's up to us, and we owe ourselves, we owe ourselves to always, when an opportunity comes, like, don't dismiss it. Like, really look into it, do the numbers, and see for yourself, if it's a good fit for you. You don't have to listen to me. I'm not an advisor. Clay's not an advisor. We're not a brokerage firm. We're none of that. We're a social group, that just shares information because we love helping people, period. We want to get the information out as soon as possible so we all can win. So like when we did, Tron Case, we got it out as soon as possible. A lot of people jumped on board, which is great. Some people wanted to wait to see what it do. Now that it's doing great, a few other people now want to jump on board, which is still great because they still have, a lot of momentum. They have a lot of growth behind them. So we have a feeling that it's going to be here for, quite some time, but we don't know. So we can't guarantee it because we just don't know. It's like 1NELife. Clay did an excellent video this morning on explaining 1NELife and their situation and, a lot of these other programs. So if you haven't seen that video, we posted it. It's on the Envy Facebook page. It's on the Fan Mindset page. It's on the not Instagram, but Telegram page. So go check out that video. Did an excellent job at explaining Cuban Life. Cuban Life decided to change their business format, and they have all the rights in the world to do that. They didn't take people money and run. They just changed some things because of the crypto market, which, you know, in any business, you know, I own my own business, 1NELife brand, and, you know, I'm always gonna, you know, change prices or change things that's gonna benefit me and my family, and, you know, to benefit the company. So that's what Cuban Life pretty much did. You know, they their model was just a little different than some of these other programs. So they, you know, when Bitcoin, you know, crashed a little bit, you know, they had to adjust, they had to make changes, you know, which, you know, unfortunately affects a lot of us. But you know, it is what it is. You know, if you got into Cuban Life, you know, in the beginning, then you would have been playing with house money. Like, I don't think I lost money in Cuban Life. But I think I was playing with house money. I haven't done the numbers yet, but I think I was playing with house money. So, you know, I preach this a lot, you know, especially when I'm talking to everybody and, you know, getting them set up. You know, I always say, you know, get into a few of these programs, because at some point one of them will end, like Cuban Life just did, right? So, for instance, like for me, I look at my portfolio as a whole. Like, I don't look at just one entity. I don't just look at, you know, Cuban Life or Tron or whatever. I mean, you look at them as individuals, but as far as like the loss and gains, I look at my portfolio as a whole. Cuban Life went, you know, changed their format, so it's not passive for me anymore. So what I'm gonna do with it from this point forward is, you know, I'm just not going to do the passive side because they don't have it. I don't have no plans on doing the binary side because I just don't do MLMs. And there are other programs I'm just not interested in anything else that they have to offer. So Cuban Life for me is pretty much over. Unless they, you know, decide to change something down the line, you know, then I'll look at it again. But, you know, as far as like my whole portfolio as a whole, you know, I'm playing with house money and I'm up. And just like any investor, you know, look at anybody on Wall Street. They don't just invest in one stock. You know, they have a big portfolio that they look at, and that's what you gauge, you know, everything on. You know, that's why I tell everybody, you know, get into a few programs. Just don't get in one, because you never know if that one goes belly up. You can't put, you know, like Warren Buffett said, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, because if that one just happens to go belly up, then you're stuck and you just lost. So you have to kind of diversify yourself and put your you know, money into different things. And that's why we offer, you know, different, you know, programs and opportunities. So, you know, and I understand like everything's not for everybody. You know, I think I forgot how many phases Clay has. He has so many now. But I'm in like 6-7 of them. I'm not in all of them because I know he has more than 10. I should actually know this, but I know he has more than 10, and because he has other things that he does as well. But I think I'm in like 6 or 7 of them, because I'm not in all of them, but that's, you know, just me personally, because I don't understand them. So like when I don't do something, it's because I don't understand. It's not that I don't believe in it. For me to put my money into something, I have to understand it. And you can ask Clay this, because I call him when something new comes out. I call him, but like, hey, I need you to explain this to me. Like, I need to understand it, and then I go do my homework, and then I figured, you know, out the mechanicals out myself. And if I can understand the mechanicals, then I'll put my money behind it if I believe in it. So that's why I'm in 7, because the 7 that I am in, I understand the mechanicals of it, I understand the program, and I like what I saw. There's other, you know, there's opportunities out there that, you know, I don't understand them, so I haven't put my money in them yet. And that's not to say that I won't at some point, but right now I'm just not, because I just don't understand them. But anyway, so, you know, when you're in investing, you have to do what you feel is comfortable for yourself. You have to do what's right for yourself. But, you know, at the same time, getting back to my original topic, is you have to put actionable steps behind you. If not, you're just always going to be in the same position. Like I had a friend that just told me, last week that, he wants to invest, but he's scared. And it's like, yeah, it's a scary thing because you're putting your money into something, but it's a risk to everything, right? You have to take that risk. It's like the, Steve Harvey, viral video that went out about, jumping. If you've never jumped before, yeah, it's a scary feeling. So if you've never invested before and you saying hey, here's $100, here's $500, whatever the number is, it's a scary feeling because investing, like, you can put it in and an hour later that money could be gone, if you don't know what you're doing. But the great thing about our programs is it's not like the stock market, so your money won't be gone in an hour. Stock market, yeah, you can put your money in 1 minute and 30 seconds later it can be gone. But our programs is not like that. So overall, yes, it's still a scary experience because you never invested before. But it's like Steve Harvey said, you have to, take that leap of faith. Are you going to get bumps and scrapes on the way down? Yes, absolutely, because you've never done it before. So it's not going to be smooth sailing once you jump. Once you jump, you're not just going to jump and just smooth sailing. Like, that's just not how life works. Because you don't know what you're doing. So you're going to hit snags and bumps in the roads, but you're going to learn from that. And the great thing about investing and being a part of our programs, whether it's Envy Solutions or the Fan Mindset, is that you have people, here to help. Like Clay and I, we're always available, answering questions, guiding you with so many videos that we have out that, can kind of guide you. So, it's not a scary moment that you're in by yourself. We're a family, we're a team, we're here to help each other, and that's why we created these groups. So don't be afraid to jump in. Don't wait. If you see something you like, don't say, okay, well, I'm gonna wait to see what someone else does, because by the time you do make that decision, one of the programs could become to an end. And this is a true story, because I'm actually telling this story. Last week, when I first heard that 1NELife was, changing their program, I actually had one of my members, one of my directs, call me 2 days prior to that and said, "Hey, I'm putting $5,000 into 1NELife," and I was like, "Okay, cool." So he put the money in, and he was waiting for Coinbase to clear his money. The night I found, and this 2 days later, I found out that 1NELife was gonna get rid of the passive part. I immediately texted him, and I think it was like at night. It was either late at night or early in the morning. And I said, hold off on, depositing, into 1NELife until I get more information. And he said, cool. But then the next day I found out more, and I said, hey, they're getting rid of the passive, don't do it. So it's great. And this is what happens like when you wait, because you just never know, what's going to happen. So, always, that's why we always put out, timing is everything. Like, for instance, Omega Digital. The owner is a solid guy. Clay's known him for years. Solid guy. He already has a successful cryptocurrency company. But they're still in pre-launch. So that's a great opportunity to get in. And if you guys know him from his last business adventure, he is, again, a solid guy, and always gives to the people. So Omega Digital is definitely going to be a great thing. But it's also, again, it's about timing, getting in early. Ether Connect is another good one that we talked about. They have a great success rate from their last coin, so we're hoping that they're going to do the same thing with this. It's still a little bit of a gamble, but it's still a great opportunity, especially if you can get in early while the coin is still 24 cents right now, or no, it's at 25 cents. So even if you put in a couple $100, like, it's gonna be a great investment, down the line, because they're saying they're gonna get that coin past $500. I'm just targeting, $1. If they can get that coin to $1, it's like winning for me, because I got so much. So, it's good. It's a great investment. So timing is everything, and that's why we stress it. Like when opportunities come out, we always say, hey, get in now, because getting in early while everything is still low, like, is such a great move and such a great, opportunity. So, get in, take a look at, like I always say, take a look at the opportunities, and get in, what's best for you and your family, and really just do your homework, because these opportunities that we have, really are paying out. Like, again, like, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I've been very blessed and very successful to, hang around, and have mentors that I actually do listen to. I know they're probably gonna laugh at me, because I know I don't always listen to them. I'm gonna take that back. I do listen to them. I don't always take all their advice. Like, I take little pieces from here, little pieces from there. That's just me. But that's with everybody. Because what works for one person is not going to work for you. So if one of my mentors are telling me to do this, it's because it worked for them, it may not work for me. I may take a piece of that advice, and say, oh, this part, this section works for me, but not the whole thing. So that's just the way I think. Again, I'm not an advisor, I'm not the smartest guy, but I've been very blessed, very successful. But I never want people to look at my success, or what I have, and, I sometimes tell people the things that I have and all that, but I don't really like doing that, because I don't want you to base it off what I've done or what my success is. Like, I really want you to do your own homework and do the numbers, like, because the numbers don't lie. And once you do the numbers, and that's what you base it off of, like everybody that got in Tron case, everybody's playing with house money right now. It's just a great opportunity that's paying out really well. And again, they have great momentum. And 1NELife is going to be the same way. So they're still in pre-launch. They start their trading June 6th. So I'm telling you, Omega is going to be Omega great. So get in now. Don't say I didn't tell you. Or we're going to, again, have the same conversations that we're always having, that, dang, I wish I would have. Again, like I said, we can sit here and talk about how great all these opportunities are. Like, I've had a lot of people register for Omega, actually, over the last few days. And they just registered and they didn't get the packages. And I had, quite a few people that did get the packages. But the people that didn't get the package, like, your spot is not secured yet. I don't know if you're waiting for Coinbase or something to clear. I know I had a couple of people who tell me that they're just waiting for the Coinbase to clear. Because I know Coinbase is slow. But get in as soon as you can, because timing and, positioning is very important. But again, we can sit here all day long and talk about, all these packages and, all these opportunities. But if we're not putting any actionable steps behind them, then it's still a glass of water. It really is. Like, notice this whole time I've been talking, that water, I'm going to say a few things of what we can do with this water, and I haven't done anything with it, because it's still a glass of water. I haven't put no actionable steps behind that. It's still a glass of water. And I don't have nothing, I'm not in my kitchen right now, so I can't put nothing in it. But we have to put actionable steps behind everything we do. We can't be afraid. We have to take that leap of faith. And again, we're a family, we're a team here, we're helping everybody, so don't be afraid. Investment is a great thing. You have to invest in your future, whether it's, money-wise or, health, wealth, all that. Like, you guys see that I'm, working out. I done up my workouts to where, I'm running now, a mile a day, and you got to take care of your mind and your body and everything, But it's also actionable steps. I was talking about, working out, and, I was working out and doing a lot of things, but then, I changed my workout routine just because I had a conversation with a trainer of mine, and, he said I should do more running, and I did, and I actually feel a lot better. I actually love running now. I never really liked running, but actually I do now. I found the joy in it, and I take my dog with me, and, we go run, and it's great. So we have to take care of our mind as much as we have to take care of our bodies as well. So it's all, mindset. Mindset is definitely everything. So, let's put some actionable steps on, the things that we want to do in life, because if we don't, again, we're going to be stuck in the same situation, same place. And, the following year, a year goes by super fast. And, time is not waiting on nobody, time is steady moving. So unless you moving and you taking those steps, time is going to leave you. So you have to take those actionable steps, to make these dreams a reality. All right. So that's it. I'm not going to hold you guys up much longer. I know the video is a little bit long, but just kind of wanted to stress those points. Go watch that video earlier that Clay did. It's a great video on explaining all the programs about 1Life and business. So go check it out. Go check out that video. It's posted in the links. And you guys have, great rest of your Thursday. Have a great weekend. Love you guys. If you guys here, I'm always here for you. Just hit me up. All right. Peace and blessings.